Lovely, everyone. Okay, so relaxing in Shavasana. Sink down into your mat. Breathing deeply. Lovely. Stay nice and cozy, everyone. Good. Let's start with some tension and release. So shoulders up to the ears, push the heels away, lift the hips, tense, tense, tense. And release. And repeat, make this. Shoulders up to the ears, push your heels away, tense the whole body, ugly prune face, squeeze out your tension and tiredness, and release and relax. Then walk the hands further down, which will just draw the shoulders down. Tuck the chin in nicely to lengthen the back of the neck. Turn the toes out to open the hips. And then gently close the eyes. If they're not closed already, remember to cover the eyes with an eye pillow or scarf. Let's take some lovely deep breaths. Really strong deep breaths into the belly. 3 more lovely, refreshing and relaxing breaths. And 3 minutes, sorry, in Shavasana. The body is still and is becoming calm, quiet, and releasing.
Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Purnamada Purnamidam Purnata Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva
Lovely, everyone. Oh, let's start to stretch out along the floor. Squeeze the buttocks, lift the hips. And then release. Good. Coming out from under blankets, we're going to have a little bit of a shuffle around of the sequence today. Starting off in standing. So I just want us to rotate, bring the knee into the chest, the head up. Rotate one way and then the other way with the right leg only. Left leg pushing away, Helen. So just hold the right knee, left leg long. Good. Release the right leg, left knee to chest. Just rotate the left ankle. Head is up. Good. Change direction. Perfect. Good. Both knees in and squeeze. Cross at the ankles and start to rock. We're going to rock a bit, so hold under the knees. Don't sit up just yet. Just rocking the spine. Good. Waking up the spine. Lovely. Right. Unusually, I think Helen was saying that she's a bit hot or needs to have cooling action. So this might not be for everyone. So I've got to come closer to the screen so you can see what I'm doing. But what I would suggest is we can all have a go, but then if Helen during the session wants to carry on, it's a breathing exercise. Any pose you're in, you can do this. So it's called Sitali. So you're going to make a tongue roll. Maybe one tongue roll. Yeah, I think you can. Oh, that's very good. Okay, so we're going to tongue roll in. Lovely, close and exhale through the nostrils. Good, inhale. Close. Exhale through all the nostrils. So I think, Irene, do you need to suck in like a straw or are you a tongue roller? Can't quite see. Tongue roller. Oh, excellent. Okay. So just carry on doing that, and that's just cooling the breath and cooling the body. So we'll just do twice more, and then so for Helen, just do it throughout the class. Are you hearing me, Helen? Okay, good. Okay, just carry on, just a couple more. Release, and one more when you're ready. And a slow exhale. Brilliant. So do that anytime if you need cooling. Fortunately, it's January, so not many of us will want to be cold. Okay, so standing up nice and tall. Let's come to standing. Just switching things around. So we'll start in standing and then do more lying as the class goes on. So shaking out. Oh, shoulders up to the ears and release. And shoulders up to the ears and release. Good. Rotations. Good. Change direction. Good. Always shoulder issues, so we're just going to do impressions of penguins, side to side, and then start to really lean. But just be careful of your intercostal muscles because they can be overstretched if you haven't warmed up yet. So just be careful. Make sure your feet are hip width apart. Good. Shoulders up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I don't want you to drop, I just want you to gently stretch down. And then behind your back becomes this position. So you go up, head to the back, elbows back, okay? Then elbows in neutral or slightly forwards. And then push and open. And then just elbows relaxing or slightly forwards. You push into the hands, open the chest. And release and push. Good. And release. Shake out. Shoulders up to the ears once more, but then gently relax, drawing them down and away. And up. Deep breath in. Exhale. Let's blow out through the mouth. So inhale through the nostrils. Exhale. Good. Let's do, sorry, I'm just going to take my jump off. So let's do eagle. So we're going to do eagle arms. So arms out. And as you cross, sink into the knees. And then uncross. And then cross the other way round and sink into the knees. Lovely for the shoulders. And up. And open. And change and drop. Deep breath in. Sink. And open. And change. Good. Sweep out. Sweep the arms up and down. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Arms out. And float the arms down. Good. Shake out the arms. I'm going to say hold on something if you can. You can do it without, but it's just going to be nice. We're going to go really slowly. Hand on the same hip as the leg. Lovely, neat. Well done. Freestanding. Good. Change direction. Nice soft standing leg. Good. You can still hold the same side, just go with the inner. Brilliant. You're all mirroring me, which is marvellous. Good. Change direction. Good. Feet down, interlock the fingers, push the palms away, lift the arms up tall. Just bring shoulders all the way up to the ears as you lift. Tiptoes. And then push down, shoulders down, and then sink into the knees. Good. Keep the elbows straight. Lovely. Straighten up onto the tiptoes. Deep breaths here. Then sink down into the heels. Sink down to a swallow dive. But when you swallow dive, you need to push your bottom back to protect the spine. We're going really slowly. Drop the chest over the thighs. Really cross the hands in front of the ankles, arms out like an aeroplane, and only then hinge up from base of spine. Lovely. And then straighten, prayer position above the head. Straighten the legs and breathe here. Shoulders draw down, then draw them up, and then draw them down, and draw them up. Good. Soft knees again. Bottom pushes back, arms out, drop down, chest on thighs. Cross the hands in front of the ankles, arms out like an airplane. Only then hinge up, knees travel forwards, come up to standing, straighten the legs. Lovely. Exhale the arms down. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Inhaling up. Good. And then this time the prayer behind the back, we'll just do prayer in front, but the prayer behind the back is facing up if you can, or face it down if you need to, but try and face it up. And then we'll bow. So soft knees, hinge to flat back with lovely soft knees, forehead parallel to the floor. Then come up, lovely, and gently arch. So not all the way down when you come down, just a flat back. So you come forward, soft knees to a flat back. Good. Keep the shoulders up, keep the palms pushing into each other. Okay, no droopy upper backs. And inhale up. Good, gently arch. And then again. So lead with the sternum so you don't round the back. So you're not doing that. You're doing this, okay? Chest forwards. Push your chest forwards to the floor. And push the belly to the floor. Lovely, Helen. Good. Good. Gently hinge back up. And hips forward and bow back, arch backwards. Very good. Neutral spine. Bring the hands forward. Oh, for me, arms a little bit strong on the arms. And then we just circle round. Oh, that way. Good. Change direction. Excellent. And swinging forwards and back. We just want to inhale the right leg up. Exhale the arms down, swing them down, and left leg up. And swing down. And right leg up. And down. Good. And then left leg up. Really bring the knee up high. Excellent. And down. Perfect. Interlock the fingers, push the palms away, lift the arms up. Just stretch over to the right. Shut that hip, left hip over. Draw the shoulders down. And don't get that arm against the ear. Keep the arms away from the ears. And up. The arms are very still. When you go over, don't do that. Just move from the hip. Yes, lovely. Draw the shoulders down even more. Good, deep breaths to neutral to soften the knees. And then you swallow, dive down, but I want you to hold the sides of the ankles or sides of the legs, wherever your body drops to. Lovely. Soft knees. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. Have the feet together. It's very strong to have the feet together, but try and get the weight distributed evenly across the toes, into the heels, across the little toes, all the way to the big toes. So just focus here now at the feet. I'm finding it quite difficult to tuck my chin in, so I'm gazing down at my toes to stay steady. Good. Cup the fingers, bring them to the floor in front of you, and then drop down into a squat. Okay, so hands either side of the feet or just in front of the feet. I need to cut my fingers because every time I come up, cup, I said, not cut. My legs, my hamstrings are too tight. But if you can get the palms flat, do that. You know that you can do a forward bend with the palms flat. And then I'm going to come up and down. So push into your heels, up into a forward fold. Careful of the lower back and your hamstrings. And then draw down into a squat. So the heels come off the floor, look forwards. Good, knees are together. Lifting up. Lovely. And then push into your heels. Draw the chest over the thighs. Straightening the legs as much as you can. For me, I even have to come up onto my fingertips. But you might not need to. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. Listen to your lower back and your legs, back of the legs, to see how high or how far you can stretch the back of the legs. Shift the weight into the toes a little bit if you're back on your heels, or shift into the heels if you're on your toes. You're staying longer. Just allow gravity to pull you down and the muscles to soften when your body knows that you're safely in a position. Breathe. Any straining, back off from the pose. You can even put the hands on the shins to give you a little bit of support, but just listen to your body. Good, we're softening the knees once more, coming into crouch. Lift the heels, look forwards. Very good. And then you're just traveling the knees down, keep the toes tucked under and lift up so you're in camel pose. Thumbs into the lower back and gently arch. And again, we're just going to hold each pose a little bit longer and breathe. Gaze up. Beautiful, everyone. And then just push into the toes. The toes are tucked under, push into them. So you're leaning back into the toes, just to stretch out the toes. Good. And then we'll stay up high in the hips. So stay like this, but you stretch the arms up. And then when you travel down, you keep the hips above the knees. Okay, and then you stretch the arms away. So it's not a swan, it's called a rabbit. And you just bring the forehead down and the elbows rest. Put your bottoms up high and the spine is curved. Okay, move it back into swan. So you're sinking down into your heels, drawing the body back. Forehead stays to the floor. Very nice. Gently coming up. Think. And our bolsters. So bolster behind. And just a gentle camel. Good. Push the bolster into the calves. Lovely, head back. Good. And then sink into the bolster and curve the spine. So we're curving the spine to come down. And then hands to the floor. Otherwise, I think we're just going to nut the floor. Tuck the chin in. So it's the crown of the head. It's another style of rabbit. So crown of head down. The arms in, child pose. And the shoulders across the back of the shoulders, the shoulder blades really open and stretch open at this point. Make sure it's the crown of head on the floor, not the forehead. Good. Gently lift the body up, slide the bolster back behind you, and this time we're going into seated fish. I'm going to move away from the wall. Let's start with knees together. Let's do one with the knees together, which is stronger, more intense. Push into the bolster, lift the hips. The bolster lengthens the arms so we can come up higher and then head back. Draw the shoulders open. Good. And then sink back down. Okay, just sinking down. Separate the knees wide. Push into the hands and lift up once more. And this gives the hips, as they're open, more ability to elevate the hips forward. Okay, so it's a stronger sitting fish. With that, same position, but then draw the chest, what am I trying to say? The chin into the chest, look down to the hip or the pelvis, and then draw the head up and back. And then tuck your chin in, look forwards and down. Okay, looking forwards and down, that's it, lovely, and then back. And then forwards and down. Good. And then sink down, and I want you to just sit. Actually, that's not comfortable. We'll sit with the bolster between body, right in the middle. Okay, with the toes pointing back. Good. This just softens your hero pose and shoulder rolls. Just turn, stay where you are. Turn. Good. Perfect. Change direction. Good. Hand to the floor. Upper arm up and over. Lovely. And then look down to the wrist, then look up to the ceiling. And down. And up. And down. And up. Good change. Stretching up and over. Feel that lovely stretch. If it's too much, back off, bring the hand closer. Look up and down. How are your ribs, Anita? Your ribs all right? Okay. And down. And up. And down. And up. Lovely work for the neck. We sometimes forget our neck that needs stretching out as much as everywhere else. Good. Gently lean back. Oh, that feels quite nice. Just relaxing, looking forwards. Push the chin forwards as much as you can and just look forwards, and then tuck the chin in, look down. Lovely back of the neck stretch. You're sitting on your bolster, so it's a passive stretch. Nothing really going on with the lower legs and the leg. Then push. This will feel a bit weird because we're going to hang off the front, but just draw the body down. And if possible, forehead to the floor. And then this is just classic child pose. Actually come up and squeeze your bolster. So we're engaging the legs, and then drop down into child pose. If the forehead can't reach the floor, use your block. Nice. Good. Gently sitting up. I guess I'm always reluctant, but I guess it's time to take socks off. Okay. Let's stay facing me, I think. If you've got your, you've got your thingy forwards, you've got a long length. So we're sitting down. We're going to do a very short downward dog with the bolster between the legs. So you just bring it to the front, not too long, tuck your toes under and sink into the heels. So I just want you to stay here a minute. So it's kind of almost like you're on all fours position, but the wrists are really quite close to the knees. Now dip the spine, look up, and then round the back, and allow yourself to travel back slightly, and then look forwards and up, travel forwards with the shoulders. So the best place, you're probably doing it already, is the backs of the wrists are on your knees and the palms are on the floor. Okay, so dip, look forwards. Nice, happy. And then push into the heel of the hands, travel back and round the back. And then we'll continue. One more. Inhale forwards. Take the bottom back, dip the spine as much as you can. Okay, and then round. Okay, so from here, oh, I was bringing my bolster with me. Separate the knees, lift up into a really short downward dog. It feels a bit weird. Get those heels down. And the knees will probably have to be bent. And then you walk the hands back towards the feet. And if, like me, you can either just straighten the backs of the legs, no problem, or if you need to, just place the hands resting on your bolster, because you want to have a lot of weight in the hands. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. And just stay in your forward bend. Just going to move my hands to the back of the bolster in line. Weight in the toes as well as the heels. Soften the jaw. And then soften the knees. I want you to come further forwards with the hands, but still quite a short downward dog, shorter than you'd normally do. And breathe. Soften the knees. Draw the knees down. Point the toes back. And just sink down. Let the head hang. Place your cheek on your bolster. Look to one side. Good. Lift the head. Just look the other side. Placing the cheek on the bolster. Good. Slide the hands forward. If you're coming off the mat like I am, just go back. So you've got your hands on your mat. Let the head hang. Chest is at the front of the bolster, and then hinge. So we're going to do a nice measured out downward dog now. And push into your heels. And again, just staying and breathing. Up onto the tiptoes, come forwards. But if the wrists feel that you're coming over the wrist, then you need to walk your feet back further and come into a strong plank. Anytime it feels too much, drop the knees. And then we drop the knees either side of the bolster, travel back into swan. Rest the chest on the swan. Gently rock the hips from side to side. Bolster will be rolling. Let the head relax. Good, and stay still for a moment. We're simply doing up dog now, so shift the weight into the wrists. Draw into up dog. You might not, I've come off my bolster. If you're on it, that's fine. If you've come off, that's fine. Draw the shoulders down. Good. Come back. Just want to see the difference. I'm going to bring my bolster forward so I just get a connection. Oh, that feels good. Okay. Make sure you've got your on your bolster. So hips on the bolster, point the toes back, simply lift the knees. Just lift them as much as feels good for your spine. Overextending for me makes my back not feel comfortable, so I'm going to drop the knees slightly. But knees are still off the floor. Good. Just drop the knees. I'm not asking you to go all the way down, but you're coming into a cobra. But I want you to stop the cobra halfway. Do not put the chest on the floor. Okay. Just pausing here, lovely, quite strong. So lift up for me, Maddie. So you're just drawing chest parallel, that's it, chest parallel to the floor. Good. Downward dog once more and push into your heels. Good. Start to walk your feet forwards. At the side of the bolster, then hands back into a forward bend. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. Then hands come onto the bolster. We just want your right hand down, left arm up. A-line twist, lovely. Breathe and hold. Try and keep the legs straight. Keep the hips facing the front, your front, and then come down, swap sides. Only twist as much that both knees can stay straight with a micro bend. Good, come down and just squeeze the bolster with your ankles and gently roll up. Okay, lovely. And shoulder rolls. Good, change direction. Okay, so continuing with the twist, we bend into the knees, right elbow past left knee, and prayer. Prayer twist without drooping the neck. Lovely. Left elbow up is really high and your fingertips are facing the front. That's brilliant. Good. Come down, hold the opposite elbow. See if you can rest the forearms onto your bolster whilst holding the opposite elbow. Let the head drop, look between the legs. Final pose before our break. So left elbow past right knee, keep the knees level, and hinge and twist. Lovely, good. That was very full on. Well done. Okay, so you just tuck your toes under and you're just sinking down. Lovely. Good, Anita. Good. Breathe. We'll just hang out here a moment and breathe. Oh boy. What's over there? Okay, perfect. Let's come to standing, grab some water. And we'll have 5 minutes of relaxation. Yeah. But see, we're not going anywhere. I'm just putting my feet in the jumper. Ow. Okay, well done, everyone. Continue relaxing in your Shavasana. Breathing beautiful deep breaths. Three more minutes. Lovely, everyone. Let's start to stretch. Oh, big leg up stretch. Lift the hips. Oh, breathe into the belly and then drop down. Lovely. So we kind of reverse that. Now we're going to do our lovely lying stretches that we missed from the start of class. So these are going to be very chilled. So right knee into the chest. Rotate both ankles at the same time. One way and then the other way. Good. And then change legs, like your left knee and squeeze. Rotate both ankles. One way and then the other way. Perfect. If you were using your bolster, just roll it away from me. Over to one side, so you've got lovely long length of the body. And then arms down by your sides. And inhale the arms up and over. And just stay here. So stretching long, pointing the toes. Arms are up over the head. Just breathe here. Tuck the chin in. Block can be under the head or head on the floor. Doesn't matter. Just breathe. Good. And then your right knee comes in and hold. When you cross your body, I just want the leg to be hanging in the air. So you're not drawing it down to the floor, you're just hanging it in the air. Look to your right hand, which is out at 90 degrees. Okay, good. And that knee is over. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what happened, but you need to, it's the opposite hand to leg. So if you're doing your left leg, it's your right hand and then your left arm out. Yeah. Okay. This goes over towards your hand that's long. Keep that leg in the air, the bent knee. So you're not bringing it to the floor, you're just using, lovely Maddie, using your muscles to keep it in place. Good. Come back onto your spine, hug the knee. Just to hug that right knee if it was the one that went over. That's it, Anita. Brilliant. Just a little slightly confused if you do opposite to us. So left knee in and squeeze. So for you, Anita, it's right knee in. So we're swapping over now. Good. Okay. And then left arm out, right leg across. No, left arm out, left leg across. Sorry, everyone. That's it. Looking right. Looking left. God, I'm following Anita now. Looking left and breathe. Keep that leg just balancing in the air. Very nice. More of a subtle sciatic twist there. Bring the feet flat to the floor, come to center. And we're doing hips. So I want you to straighten the legs out. Bring your right leg, place it on the left thigh and open that. So you're doing like tree pose, but from lying. And then stretch the arms up and over. Make a prayer above the head with long, straight elbows. Mine are bent because the room's not long enough. So as if you're standing, so your left heel is pushing away. So you're doing tree pose, but from the floor, and breathe. Good. Just lengthen that right leg away and simply change legs. So left ankle on right thigh, just above the knee. And then tree pose. Lovely. Breathe into the belly. As if you're standing on the right leg, as if you're standing up. Good. Well done. And then both feet flat, feet together, knees together, arms out at 90 degrees. And then just drop both knees to the left, look right, stacking the knees. If it all feels too much, you can take your block, place it under the knees. I'm going to do that actually. Oh, it's better. Yeah, it's too much for my back. So I've just got the block underneath the lower knee, the left knee, and I'm looking right. Good. Draw the feet back up. Scoot round because I'm a dog. And then arms out at 90 degrees. Draw both knees down to the right, looking left. A lovely gentle spinal twist. Like I said, use a block if you need to. Underneath the knees, just backing off from your twist. Good. Back to center. If you have a block under the head, you release it so that you can do bridge pose. So we just have the feet. Let's have the feet together, arms out at 90 degrees still. Walk the heels towards your buttocks and just peel off the floor. And you need to push into the upper back. So you will travel back a little bit. And breathe. See how your back feels for me again. Don't know why I'm feeling a bit niggly in the spine, so I've dropped my hips a bit lower. Breathe. Good. And then the back lowers down. You lengthen the right leg away. Keep the arms out, but turn the palms down. And push into the left leg. Lift your right leg up. And where you feel the lower back lifting an inch, stop here with the leg in the air and breathe. Chin tucked in. Good. Lower the back down first, then bend the knee, place the knee flat on the floor. The foot flat, sorry guys. Then left leg long, push into the palms, lift the left leg, and then push into the foot so the buttocks lift off the floor an inch. And then stay here and breathe. Lovely, lower the back down, bend at the knees, both knees together. Good, interlock the fingers, push the palms away and circle. Good, change direction. Perfect, good. Like both knees now, forehead towards the knees. Good. And then lengthen the legs nice and long. Hold behind the thighs, lift the head up. Might want to clasp the hands together. And then just start to rock a little bit until you're up. Good, leaning back, lovely. Heels pushing away. Make sure you are leaning back, helps to stay up. Look over each shoulder. So it's not even boat. Boat is higher up with the chest. It's just a mini boat. Good. Soften the heels down to the floor. Lengthen the legs away. And then just reach forwards. And bring the hands down wherever they reach. Just a nice forward bend. Lovely. Gently roll the body up. You're just sitting up. And then hug the knees. From seated, and we do cosmic egg. So that means lifting the heels, forehead to knees. You're balancing on your bottom. Good. And maybe I can't see the feet. So the feet are off the floor, Jules, if you can. That's it, lovely. If it's too much, you can just bring the feet back down. Good. Press the feet down into the floor. That's lovely. And then our last section is shoulder stand, or doing an inversion where your bottom is just, or the lower back is on your bolster. So I don't mind which inversion you want to do. Just check in with your body, see what you'd like to do, and then prepare yourself for your inversion. Okay. If you're just doing, if you're doing legs in the air, then make sure the bolster is behind the back, okay, not under the bottom, just under the lower back, okay, and then legs up high. Anyone's doing shoulder stand? Oh yes, Irene is. Good. Make sure bolster is in the right position, helps you keep the legs in the air. Don't just have the legs in the air, make sure you're on your bolster. Allowing gravity to pull the legs towards you. If you're on the bolster, just the legs will come towards you. Towards the head. That's it. Good. So Irene, who's in shoulder stand, if you could come down now and then just use your bolster underneath the lower back and join us in our resting inversion. Because what I'd like us to do now is just separate the legs, hold just below the knees. When I say below the knees, I mean towards the ankles. And then bend the knees in towards the chest. And then hold the toes. So you're turning it into baby Krishna. And then from here, try and lengthen the legs away so that the knees are straightening, but keep the toes as close to the floor as you can. Keep the lower back on your bolster. Keep hold of the toes. Good. Now bring the legs together and draw the knees towards your nose. And straighten the legs back behind you as much as you can. Hold the backs of the legs. Hold just below the knees towards the shins. Nice. And then bend the knees in towards the chest. Good. 1 foot down at a time into resting bridge. So feet on the floor, hands on the belly. Chin tucked in. Lovely. Soles of feet together, knees wide. And then dip the lower back, as in just push the lower back into your bolster, which raises the belly. Okay, just naturally raise the belly. Hands are all resting on the abdomen, and breathe here. Good. Knees together. Separate the knees wide and draw down. I'm so sorry, Irene, we're running over a little bit, so you want to come into Shavasana just before us. So knees are together. Anita, just feet really, really wide as you can with the feet. Yeah. And then arms. Let's do arms up and over. Feel that lovely quad stretch. Try and soften the buttocks. Lovely, everyone. Heel and toe the feet together, draw the knees in. And simply, we are going to run over by about 5 minutes. I'm sorry, everyone. Simply legs up tall, heels above hips. Separate the feet slightly, rotate the ankles, and also rotate the wrists at the same time. We'll change direction. Oh, nice bit of cracking there. Great. Okay. So just prepare yourself for Shavasana, and I'd quite like us to do supported fish Shavasana for the 5 minutes. I'd say to Irene, just stay there. You don't need to move, just have your relaxation. And then the rest of us, we've got a nice 5 minutes of Shavasana now. And it's resting fish, so it's bolster behind you, bottom not on the bolster. You are in front of the bolster, and then you lean back. And I would use a block under the head as well to make things really relaxed. And legs long once you're in a nice position. Feel the chest opening. Resting fish, supine resting fish. Legs also relaxing, let the toes drop out to the sides. Lengthen the arms away, chest is open. If at any point it doesn't feel comfortable, I'm just going to push my bolster away a bit more to make my back more comfortable. Just make sure you're comfortable. There's no niggles in the spine. Become heavier and heavier. So gently now stretching out. Very slowly. I'll just turn off the recording for those on catch up. So namaste, those on catch up.